It is November the 9th, 2025, and we got our first snow of this winter. What a change. Here in the greenhouse, it is staying at 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which isn't too bad, and I just have the heaters on low. So that's not too bad. All the trees are safely tucked away in here for the winter. Nathan was a little worried about the bird's nest spruce, but it's in the corner back here. You can just barely see it there. Yeah, the sun should be coming up soon. And it might be a cloudy day. It's supposed to snow all day today, so we'll see what happens.
Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. The snow continues to come down. It's getting quite thick outside. I checked last year. Last year our first snow was on November 29th, and this year it's on November the 9th, so 20 days earlier. Yeah, we sure got quite a dumping out there today. I'm glad that I got all my trees in the basement and in the plant room just in time before this first snow.
I'll show you what it looks like outside now. So you can see it's still snowing. And yeah, it's getting pretty thick. You know, have a look at the height of the snow here. Yeah, we've gotten quite a bit. So here's the northern bog forest. It is pretty well buried already. Yeah. The snow protects the trees though. It's quite good for them. Yeah. There's the Avatar Grove. It's definitely got snowed on too. I'm going to have to redo this forest. That'll be coming up, maybe in spring. Now, I probably should bang all the snow off the poly house. You can see the roof is kind of sagging in here. So I usually have a broom out here that I kind of just massage it off the roof. Yeah, everything in here looks good. It feels warm in here too. Let me just see if the pots are frozen. No, they're not. So it's above freezing in the poly house here. Whereas outside it's about 3 degrees below freezing. So I have on the bench here, I've got my acacia trees that I grew from seed. And they all, but 2 of them died over winter last year. I was very sad because they were coming along quite nicely. However, I do have 2 of them still alive, so I don't need them in this giant pot. I can't fit them in the plant room with this pot this size, so I've got to put them into a smaller pot. So I was going to do that today. I don't know if I will because all my soil is in the poly house, and I'm not sure if I feel like going outside and sifting soil today because I have to make new soil. I don't know. It's pretty cold outside. Feels cold anyway. I'm not used to it. My wisteria here, it's still green as ever. Still using water. You can see my tray of water under it is getting low. I'll have to fill that up again. In fact, there's quite a few trees out here that need watering, so I'll do that. Make sure everything's watered. Down here on the floor, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 trident maple, maybe 5 trident maple seedlings that I rooted from cuttings. They're also in a fairly big pot. I'll probably make a forest. I have my other trident maple back here. Yeah, I might make a forest out of all those little cuttings. Kind of combine them into one. Last night, when it was still warm out, I emptied almost half of my cube out. I didn't want it freezing solid like last year and bending the bars. So yeah, I got that drained. There's a look at the backyard. You can see all the snow that's accumulated. Out here, the streets are still clear and the roads are still warm and it melts the snow. Had the Fiat out today, doing a bit of shopping. Yeah, Laura still got her temporary poly house up here. It's doing its job. Yeah, so that's what the street looks like. And it sounds like the zombie apocalypse is starting.
I think I'll leave the repotting of my acacia trees and my trident maple cuttings for a nicer day when I can get out and mix up the soil and everything. So that is all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.